Welcome to my views and news. With around 24 hours ago, around 15 to 24 hours ago, top US diplomat, Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Ethiopia. Since then, we've been monitoring his activities. Now we are in a position to analyze what happened in the last 20 hours or so. It seems that this visit is going to lead to more pressure upon Ethiopian government, upon Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. It is not going to improve relations between Ethiopia and the US. What happened in the last 20 hours or so? Firstly, let's start from the start. Blinken arrived in Addis Ababa at Bole Airport. PM Abiy is in Ethiopia. Demake Mekonnen is in Ethiopia, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister. But State Minister of Foreign Ministry was sent to welcome Blinken. So it was first snub from Ethiopia for the Secretary of State. Why? Because Ethiopia knew that Blinken was coming with an agenda. Agenda is about agreement, Pretoria Agreement. Secondly, Demake and Antony Blinken held meetings at Demake's office. No joint press briefing. I have not seen joint press briefing so far by Demake Mekonnen, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister of Ethiopia, and the Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The joint presser might happen, though I don't think it is going to happen. Why? Because a Foreign Ministry of Ethiopia did debriefing to journalists an hour ago, sharing details of engagements between Demake Mekonnen and Antony Blinken. It seems there might not be joint press briefing. Another sign that the two sides are not on the same page. Whenever a visiting dignitary and the host don't appear for joint press briefings, it's not a good sign. I haven't seen a joint statement as well. Secondly. Thirdly, yes, PM Abiy had a meeting with Antony Blinken. Who attended this meeting from Ethiopian side? From Ethiopian side, PM Abiy was there. Ridwan Hussein was there, National Security Advisor, who led federal government's delegation for talks held in South Africa, which led to signing of Pretoria deal between the government, Ethiopian government and TPLF. Gideon Timotheus was there, Justice Minister, who is monitoring the transitional justice related activities ongoing in Ethiopia, being rejected by international community mostly, which wants Ethiopia to give access to UN Inquiry Commission. Selassie Bekele was there too at the meeting. He is Ethiopian ambassador to the US. Tayarsky Selassie, who is former Ethiopian representative at UN, was there too. It means talks between PM Abiy, all these persons accompanied PM Abiy. Talks between PM Abiy and Antony Blinken, US Secretary of State, focused mainly on the implementation of Pretoria Agreement. That is why Ridwan was there. That is why Gideon Timotheus was there, Justice Minister. And after Antony Blinken arrived last night, we saw an announcement from a US department, announcement of $2 million aid for independent investigations into human rights abuses committed in Ethiopia. This $2 million aid is not for the justice mechanism being proposed and adopted by Ethiopian government. It is for independent mechanism which is being adopted by UN Inquiry Commission. But Ethiopia is opposing this UN Inquiry Commission. Ethiopia wants to put an end to the mandate of this commission. And before Blinken's arrival, Malifi East Africa Bureau, U.S. State Department's East Africa Bureau had spoke, and she said that the two countries were on the right path, but they were not in a position that relations could be back to normal, but still not in a position to happen it immediately. And she called for an end to ethnic political violence and accountability. The two sides, PM Abiy led delegation and the other side, Antony Blinken side, they discussed formation of interim government as well, which is becoming a disputed issue between PM Abiy and TPLF leaders. TPLF leaders met with PM Abiy on Saturday. PM Abiy rejected proposals made by Debretsion, and the issue is still unresolved. It also came under discussion. GERD came under discussion. And Ethiopian delegation reiterated Ethiopian position that only African Union-led process is acceptable to Ethiopia. Sudan under discussion, South Sudan as well. Then reconstruction, rehabilitation in Tigray, Amhara, Afar discussed. No discussion on bailout for Ethiopia. That is what Ethiopian government is in dire need of. It needs immediate direct financial assistance through a bailout package, through loans, grants. No such thing came under discussions, according to statement issued by Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia. That is why I am saying that this Antony Blinken's visit will lead to more pressure upon Ethiopian government. US wants the government to allow UN Inquiry Commission to visit Ethiopia. It is a way of putting pressure upon Ethiopian government to stop it from joining Chinese and Russian camps. And by the way, interestingly, while Antony Blinken is in Ethiopia today, we saw a statement from PM Abiy. Through Fana TV, it was aired that PM Abiy today congratulated Chinese President Xi Jinping for his election as third time president of the country. Eritrea congratulated Xi Jinping almost a week ago, I think. PM Abiy's government delayed the congratulation while waiting for Blinken to come to Ethiopia and then issue congratulatory message for China. I personally think this message of congratulations to Xi Jinping today by PM Abiy is again a sign of how meetings between Blinken and Abiy went. US government knows it is in a strong position. Why? Because PM Abiy's government has been trying to explore all avenues for financial aid. PM Abiy visited France, Malta. He has been visiting Arab countries too. Amashide was sent to China. Government was trying to get some sort of loan rescheduling. It could not. Or direct financial aid from China. No announcement so far made public. Who will rescue Ethiopian economy? China at a distance. Russia not in a position. African countries, they cannot. Arab countries watching closely. Only option left, West. US, EU. West-backed institutions, IMF, World Bank. That is why I say US is in a position to exert pressure upon Ethiopian PM Abiy. And that is what seems to be happening. PM Abiy's government will have to find some other means of getting financial assistance from other parties. Otherwise, government is under pressure. It will have to make concessions. It will have to listen to American government. And that is what happened, it seems. This visit focused on Pretoria Agreement. It was as if Blinken came here to get briefing from PM Abiy. He came here like a viceroy telling PM Abiy, just brief me about what happened since November 2020, and he briefed him. Like a master and subordinate type of relationship. So I personally think that this visit will not lead to any considerable improvement of relations between Ethiopia and US. Problem is that Ethiopia is not in a position to completely sideline US, because Ethiopia is dependent on US. And Blinken today said that US was ready to fully back implementation of Pretoria Agreement. Of course, you need millions of US dollars for the implementation of peace deal too. So money is the main issue, which is becoming a serious issue for Ethiopian government. That is why PM Abiy had to brief Antony Blinken today about Pretoria deal, about implementation. But if it happens, I personally think that we could see more pressure upon Ethiopian government. PM Abiy's government might make more concessions, or we will have to find other partners in the Middle East or in other parts of the world. Thank you for watching.